Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and I am back today with another card. This is I guess I'd call it a friendship card based on my sentiment on the inside. This is a Dutch door card as well, so I'm going to show you how to create this very easy way to kind of change up your card design. So let's go ahead and get started. I am using the Flowers of Friendship Cling set. This actually coordinates with a punch. I'm not using the punch in today's video, but here it is. So if you're a punch fan, this is a great one because you can cut out both of these images as well as the leaves. I'm also going to be using some new Designer Series paper. And let me just check the name because I'm still getting used to them. Sweet Symmetry Designer Series paper. Let me show you these. Very beautiful, bright. You have floral and then you have kind of a less busy, muted design on some sides. There's a few of the in colors in here, last year's in colors. So we're going to use a couple of those in today's project. Alright, let me grab my trimmer so I can show you how we're going to do this card base. So here is a piece of Bumblebee. This is 8.5 by 5.5. We are going to score it at 4 1/4, like we typically would. Okay, and then we are going to turn it this way, and we are going to put it at 2 3/4, and we are going to cut down the center. Okay, so I'm going to line up. The dark blade is the cutting blade. I'm going to line that up on my score line here. And then I'm going to cut that straight down. Okay, now I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut this piece out. So the top part, see? Just like that. So to create your Dutch door, let me grab my bone folder here. I'm just going to give this a nice crease. This is how we're going to do it. Looks like I need to replace my blade on my trimmer, so I'm just going to take my little sanding block here. I like to keep one of these on my desk to get off any little hairs that I see. Okay, so that is our base to start with. So we're using a few dies. I'm using our stitched rectangle dies. I'm using 2 sizes of those. And I'm also using this scalloped die from the Scalloped Contours die. That will be for the front. So let's go ahead and grab the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And let's get that done. This is the full size machine. We do have a mini. That is awesome. If you're looking for something more compact and don't want to do larger die cutting, I'm going to put that large stitched rectangle on a piece of basic white. We're going to run that through. Oh, that kind of wants to jump on my table here, on my desk rather. There we go. There is that one. And then while I have this out, let's do that scalloped one. That's going to be in basic white as well. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then we're going to take the Designer Series paper, and I'm going to take that other stitched rectangle, and I'm going to lay that down. I want the pattern going that way because of how we're putting it on our card. Actually, I might run that back one more time, just in case, since I'm on the edge there of the paper. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of our machine here for the moment. And let's bring in our base. So we are going to take that large rectangle Let me grab my adhesive. We're going to adhere that to the inside of our card. It's a simple card, but I love the addition of the detail from the dies. The little stitching accents and such. Okay, so this piece is going to go here on the front. So this isn't a perfect layer. You can see kind of because of the width on the edges, but I like it, so I'm going to go ahead with it. I wanted to add some more of that stitching and, you know, show the beautiful paper. So it works. I could have just trimmed it by hand, but I really like the stitching. Okay, so we are going to line that up with our inside layer. Okay, and then this one is going to go this way, so we're only going to put adhesive on that lower half. And then let's line that up straight as well. Okay, so we've already got our card kind of together there. All right, so we are going to stamp the floral piece on this one. So you can see here it's a little bit bigger than the actual label, so I'm going to just ink it up with my Memento to a certain point here. And I'm inking it up with the Memento because I'm going to use the Stampin' blends to color, which we've talked about. That's the ink that you want to use. Okay, so I'm going to line that up, give that a nice press. Perfect. Okay, so for our Stampin' blends, I have 3 different colors here. I have the Just Jade combo, the Flirty Flamingo, and the So Saffron. And we're going to use the jade on our leaves. So I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to do a quick color. Can always come back to it. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of the dark Just Jade there to the center. Alright, and then I use the Flirty Flamingo on the large flower. Love the lines in this set. Just very simple. I add some of the dark now. I'm just going to give those a moment to dry, and then of course I'll go back over them and blend them. Our blends are so easy to use if you've not tried them before. They are alcohol-based markers. They're dual tipped, so I like using this paintbrush tip, but there's also a finer tip. This one is my preference. Okay, then we're going to do the same here. We're just going to bring in some of that darker color and grab the light Flirty Flamingo now, and I just want to go over those edges. Now, if you do have a light surface, I have mats on my desktop, so I'm not too concerned, but you would want to put something behind your layer for it to bleed through. When I flip this over, you'll see. Okay, let's add a little bit more color. See how that comes through? Alright, let's grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. Got a brand new sheet here because I have been using a ton of them this week. And I'm just going to give this a nice solid even. Put a couple down the middle even. You get 300 dimensionals in your pack, so they're great value. You don't have to be shy using them. Alright, Let's grab our card again. Now let's lay this on the center. Beautiful. Just give that a nice press. So there is this little detailed image in this set, so I'm going to ink that up in the Memento. We're going to use that on the inside of our card as well as our envelope because it's a cute little size. So I am going to try my best to line it up in the center here. I'm going to re-ink it. Grab my envelope, make sure that's going in the right direction. And then I'm going to put that here on this side. Gorgeous. Okay, let's open up our Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to stamp our sentiment right behind that flap. So life is better with friends like you, which I love. You don't need a ton of friends. A few good ones are plenty. Believe me, I learned that lesson when I was very young. Okay. Alright, so there you go. That completes today's project. So a fun Dutch door card using some of our in colors from last year and a little bit of coloring. So you can find a full supply list of all of the products I used in my video description. You can click those and I'll take you right to my online store where you can pick those up. There is a host code for this month if your order is under $150, and I look forward to being back with you guys real soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.